Are you in need of more space, an extra office, a larger home for extended family? With the housing inventory in Northern Virginia still not meeting the demand of buyers, should you consider renovating? In today's video, I'm going to talk about staying put in your current home versus moving to your next dream home and some of the pros and cons with both. Hi friends, I'm Amy Robinson, a Northern Virginia real estate specialist, and in the past year and a half we have seen home prices soaring up since there are more buyers out there looking to take advantage of these historically low interest rates. And with such high demand for homes in Northern Virginia area, it is a tough market to be a buyer. So many people are turning to renovating and redesigning their current homes. Recent data shows that most homeowners are dissatisfied with their current home because of lack of outdoor space, not having a proper work from home office space, or needing an additional office space. And many people are seeking a home with additional living space to include an in-law or au pair suite with another multi-purpose living area. In short, everyone wants more room. So let's talk about the impact of making changes to your existing home versus moving. The cost of additions and renovations vary greatly here in Northern Virginia and depend largely on the scale of the renovations and/or additions to be made. It's always a good idea to consult with a trusted realtor who knows your specific real estate market before making big changes, so you are more likely to get the maximum return on your investment when the time to sell does arise. One major factor to consider before renovating or redesigning a home is the cost. Will it be cheaper to improve your current home, or will it be cheaper to move to a home that better fits your needs? Home renovations require immediate out-of-pocket expenses, where moving has the potential to save you money. If moving isn't something you want to tackle right now, and you don't have the upfront capital to pay for renovations outright, there is a good chance this money already exists in your current home in the form of equity. To access this money, you can do a cash-out refinance loan. Simply explained, cash-out refinancing replaces your current home loan with a bigger mortgage. This allows you to take advantage of the equity you've built up in your home and access the difference between the two mortgages, your current one and the new one. The cash can go towards virtually any purpose, such as remodeling, consolidating high-interest debt, or other financial goals. Think of this as reinvesting into one of the largest investments you have, your home. Is it a good time to sell? This is something you'll want to consider before deciding to make changes or move. Currently in Northern Virginia, it's still very much a seller's market. In our current real estate market, there is a good chance for you to sell at the max home price, giving you a larger profit depending on your specific mortgage. The real estate market will eventually shift, and you will want to carefully examine your situation. Even if it's cheaper to move, will you be getting the most out of your investment? What about your attachment to your current home? Consider these emotional implications both on you and your other family members before you decide whether you're ready for the stress of moving, and it will be stressful. Does your home have thoughtful memories attached with it, and are you ready to let that attachment go? A new home is a chance to make more lasting memories, but only you know when it's the right time for your family to make that change. One more important factor to consider is the timing. Is this the right time for you and your family to move? Moving is stressful and not always feasible or rational given other life events happening to you and your family members. Consider that moving may mean changing school districts, commute routes, and mortgage costs. Keep in mind that renovating your home comes with immediate out-of-pocket expenses, and if you are setting money aside for college savings or other finances, can you afford a costly renovation right now, or would it make more sense to take advantage of the equity in your home and sell for extra cash? Let's talk about some of the pros and cons of moving. Moving pros include you're purchasing a new investment and continuing to grow your wealth within real estate. If you have equity in your home, meaning your home is now worth more than what you owe, it may be a good time to sell. You'll want to have enough equity to pay off your mortgage, cover closing costs, and pay moving expenses, and put down a new down payment. Or maybe your current investment is no longer affordable and you're looking to downsize. If so, you're not alone. Downsizing can help alleviate financial strains and let you kick outstanding debts to the curb. Another positive aspect is being able to live a better life that fits yours and your family's needs. A change of perspective could be an exciting opportunity to expand your horizons and improve your mental health and well-being. And of course, moving means you will most likely be avoiding costly renovations. Moving allows you to get a house that fits the needs of your lifestyle or growing family without requiring you to live in a construction zone. Moving could also save you a headache and save your wallet. Some cons to consider are, while selling your home helps build equity and can improve your investment portfolio, it isn't free by any means. There are tons of selling and moving costs to consider on top of the cost of the new house you will ultimately purchase. Hiring movers, home inspection costs, real estate commissions, and home repairs are just some of the expenses you could face. Moving is one of the most stressful life events you will go through. If you are on the fence about moving, consider the added stress of juggling a move on top of current stressors and obligations. Is this something you can take on at this time? You could be taking a risk of not being able to find a home that perfectly fits your needs. Just because you want to move out of your current home doesn't mean it's going to be easy to find a new one that meets all of your standards. It can be incredibly difficult to find a house that is in a desired location that also fits your budget and your needs. Now let's talk about some pros and cons of renovations. If you already have a house that you love, doing a remodel is the simplest way to live in a house that fits your needs. Remodeling lets you customize your current home without the hassle and stress of a big move, although you will be living in a construction zone, which does carry its own stress. Renovating is one of the best ways to improve your home value, which means more money in your pocket when you eventually sell. Keep in mind that renovations do require upfront costs, but if you have money in savings or are willing to take out a loan, these immediate costs are often worth it. You'll save on moving costs too. Moving can be expensive. Depending on the scope of renovations you'd like to do, it is possible to do some projects for about the same as moving costs. The cost of moving can be wasteful if you're only gaining minimal equity from your home sale. What are some of the cons of renovating? Not all home renovations pay off. If you are renovating solely to increase your home's worth for eventual sale, do your research on what renovations have the biggest return on investment. And again, it's always helpful to talk to a trusted realtor who knows your specific real estate market. Renovation costs often increase during a project for changes or common issues that may arise, like increased supply chain issues and increasing material costs. Plan to set aside more than the initial quote and be careful when choosing a contractor. One of the biggest cons of renovating is living in a construction zone. Take it from me, someone currently living in a construction zone. The time renovations take often lasts longer than what is initially expected. You could be without a kitchen and eating takeout for months, sharing bathrooms or bedrooms while the remodel is ongoing, and this can be costly on both your wallet and your mental health. No matter what option you decide, the work is only just beginning. I am always here to answer your questions and help guide you on the right path. Thanks for tuning in today, friends. Please help me grow my channel by subscribing, sharing, and liking this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!